Welcome. This is Pia, and there is Bollywood, there is Bindi, there is Bhangra, there is food that symbolizes popularity of South Asian things in America, and now we have American Girl doll, which came out with Girl of the Year, which this year made history with its first South Asian girl doll from Jersey named Kavi Sharma. And right now we have with us Rina Shah, who was one of the advisors helping create Kavi, the Jersey girl. And that Jersey girl, she loves to sing, she loves to dance, and more traits of South Asian kids growing up in this part of the world. Well, Rina also runs a dance school that is AUM Dance Creations. So let me welcome Rina. Hi, Rina. Welcome to
Hello.
ITV Gold Studios. And please give all our ITV Gold viewers your introduction.
So I'm Rina Shah. I'm the founder and director of AUM Dance Creations. And for the past 14 months, I've had the honor of working as an advisor with American Girl in creating Kavi Sharma, who is a Jersey girl, Bollywood-loving, Broadway-loving preteen. And she kind of takes these kids on a journey through her book of her day-to-day life, balancing her life at home with her close-knit family and her life at school with her friends, and introducing them to Bollywood dance. It was just such an incredible experience to bring a South Asian Girl of the Year in 2023 for all of the kids to kind of experience and see a little bit of themselves in the Girl of the Year doll.
You know, Rina, I think this definitely is an exciting project, and I'm sure you were thrilled. So now, at least our Desi kids growing up will have a doll they can connect and relate with. So how did this come about? How did you get involved?
So I guess it was November of 2021. They reached out to me looking for an advisor who could kind of shed light on the Bollywood experience growing up in America, especially in New Jersey. And they found me essentially having a Bollywood dance school with over 800 students, a lot of which are the same age as Kavi. And so I worked with them for the past 14 months. We worked on costumes, we worked on music, storyline, what dance class usually is like on a week-to-week basis, and just kind of all the fine details to create the best version of the doll.
So, Rina, I just want to know, what is the process like for what American Girl doll uses, and what was your experience, of bringing Kavi to life?
So it was great. They are so thorough, and they had a few South Asian advisors on their board, and every last detail, something as little as Kavi has a bindi. They're like, what should we call it? How should it stick? What should it look like? They were so precise and so thorough in their kind of background check of how to create this South Asian doll, down to the jewelry and the costume and the details. And they were all very excited to have their first ever Girl of the Year South Asian doll. So I feel like everyone that was involved was just super excited. The author is from a South Asian background. So, she and I worked together, as well as a few of the other advisors, to make sure that she was an accurate depiction of a South Asian girl.
Rina, I'm really looking at Kavi Sharma. I'm really excited, and I'm like, I wish I also have this, Kavi Sharma with me at my home. But tell me, who else worked on the team with you, and how was your experience with that?
So my experience with everybody was great. The author was South Asian, as I said, Varsha Bajaj, and she wrote the story. We reviewed the drafts. I had the honor of actually bringing aboard one of my dancers as a youth advisor, because they wanted to see the insight of a 12 or 13-year-old who is the same age as a doll, living the day-to-day life of being in New Jersey and how that works, and going to school here with non-Indian kids. And so one of my very own students was a youth advisor, who I think that's an incredible project to be on at such a young age.
So were there any challenges while bringing Kavi to life?
So wouldn't necessarily say challenges. There were obviously some situations where I felt like music for the storyline didn't necessarily reflect Bollywood music or Bhangra music, but they were all very open to kind of using our expertise in the area and implementing changes accordingly. But we just all kind of worked together to make sure that she is an accurate depiction of South Asian girl, Bollywood dancing, the music. She has a really close relationship with her grandma in the book. So if you read the book, she's always talking about her dadi ma. And so it's just nice for me, having grown up in New Jersey and America, nobody knew what I called my grandmother Dadi, but nobody at school knew what Dadi meant until I told them. But now we have this book that's out mainstream America, and they're reading it and they're seeing Dadi Ma, and Kaju Katri, I think, is in the story. So it's really nice.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me, how long did it take to bring Kavi to life, and what was involved in doing that?
So 14 months. I think we started in November of 2021, and up until the release date of December 29th, we were kind of working around the clock. A lot of emails, a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of back and forth with costume designs and music editing. And just, as I said, they were so very thorough with every facet of the doll, whether it be the storyline, the book, the music. They just wanted to put together this perfect package. Wow. And I think, it was successful because she looks great.
Absolutely. She does look great. So tell me, how does it feel to see a South Asian girl American doll, basically?
Yeah, it is an incredible feeling. I'm still not over this high from, when we launched the doll. I grew up not having anybody of South Asian descent to look at in the American Girl store, or rather any store. And just to be able to go to the American Girl store, which I went to after the launch, and see all these kids of all different backgrounds waiting in line, holding on to Kavi Sharma, holding on to her Bollywood costume. It's just such an incredible feeling to know that we've come such a long way, and that we're part of mainstream America now. It's just amazing.
We are, and really, I'm really proud of you actually for doing all this.
Thank you so much.
So let's talk about, I know you own a Bollywood dance school, so tell us more about it, and what's your experience working with the kids who are born and raised here?
So I have had my dance school, AUM Dance Creations, since 2011, and this year we have over 800 students, but I feel like from when I started to now, I've probably taught over 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 students. And it's just amazing to connect with kids from South Asian descent on a different level, something where, they're keeping the culture and the art alive, and they're able to hold on to some part of India, even while in America, and they love it. I mean, they're so into it. They do classical Indian dance, they do Bollywood dance. We're at the shows, the competitions. We've gone to Disney World to perform. So, things like that, like we've gone to Disney World, we've gone on a cruise, and we perform in these mainstream American places. And the kids are actually proud to bring their Bollywood culture to these places. And that is just so nice to see that, they're proud enough of their culture, and they're want to share it with the world.
Absolutely. So let's go back to, Kavi, and tell me, I know I read it somewhere that, you had to keep it a secret from your students, and, was it hard to do that?
Yeah, it was so hard, just because I was so excited about the doll and the project, but I wasn't allowed to tell anyone about it until it launched. I did have a few kids that performed on Good Morning America on December 29th, and I just made sure that they were available for the date, and I didn't even tell them about the doll until our first rehearsal.
Oh my God.
Because it was just such a big secret. You have to keep it contained. So although I was working on it for months, I kept it to myself, and I knew that when she went live and when they revealed her on Good Morning America, it would just be such a big impact on everybody. And it was a big hit. My students love her. So many of them bought her. Parents and kids send me pictures. They're posting on social media. But it's just so nice to see that I've kind of helped bring South Asian culture to mainstream America beyond just my dance classes.
Absolutely. And so tell me, how was their reaction when your students came to know about Kavi?
They were so excited. They were so excited that American Girl was having a South Asian Doll of the Year. And then they were even more excited to know that I was the one working on it. This costume that she's wearing is pretty much a replica of one of the costumes that our kids wear for dance shows and competitions.
Wow.
So when they saw that, they were blown away. And the kids wore the same costume on Good Morning America. So we kind of did a very close depiction of real life dancers and Kavi in her Bollywood costumes. It was such a cool experience.
It is, and I'm sure it is very cool to see all this, coming. So I know you're very busy with your dance school, and also with you do a lot of other things too. So tell me, how do you manage, that work-life balance?
So I would say that it's very hard. My work and life balance have kind of intermingled over the years. Bollywood classes and classical Indian dance classes are held in the evenings and on the weekends. So when everyone else is free, I'm essentially working. For 10 years, I was teaching 7 days a week. So finally now I've started to give myself some days off. I have great teachers at the school, great assistant teachers. So I'm starting to get better at balancing work and life and kind of separating the two, but it's a work in progress for sure.
I know it is. So would you want to give any messages out to the younger girls?
Yeah, absolutely. So to all the girls out there, South Asian descent, and all backgrounds, there's representation now. You are seen. Mainstream America is filled with just such a big variety of backgrounds. So pursue what you want to, continue holding on to your culture, spread awareness, and just live happily, because we are in a world now where we're able to do that.
Thank you so much. And I definitely would like to thank you for coming to our studio here and, of course, bringing coffee.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.